welcome to another video. Hey, what's up? So this is gonna be for all my K-Truck homies out there. If you have a K-Truck, watch the whole video. If you're thinking about getting a K-Truck, watch the whole video. This video is gonna be the 5 things that I love about my K-Truck. So a quick little backstory. I bought my 1991 Daihatsu HiJet about 2 months ago. I got it from Boyke, so if you guys are looking for a K-Truck in the northeast area, definitely check them out. I'm gonna put the link in the description. So I've been daily driving it for about a week and a half now, and in that time, there's a lot of things I love and there's a lot of things I hate. But in this video, we're just gonna go over the 5 things that I absolutely love about my K-Truck. So let's get into number 1. So number 1 for me is definitely gonna have to be the way the K-Truck looks. And I mean specifically my 1991. I know some HiJets have like the mustache, and the newer models, the headlight goes into the door. I'm not really crazy about either of those, but I love the way that this body looks. And then when you add the little factors that I did, like painting the bumper, painting the headlight covers, shout out to Boyke again for having these rims for me. Little touches that I did, like painting the calipers red, I feel like that definitely gives it a nice little touch, even on these little 13-inch rims. Painting the drums red, painting the bed, and even with the K-Truck being basically 30 years old, it looks great. My main thing when I was going to Boyke was I wanted an interior that wasn't too bad, because I know in Japan these are basically just work trucks, so a lot of the headliners are smoked out, the interior is bad, the plastic is bad. But if you check mine out, there's really no cracks in the dash. Even this little center console area is really clean. Something else I love about the interior is the way the door cards look. These embossed lines are really give it a nice like 90s look. I know other models, they just have like the flat vinyl. When I saw this, I was like, okay, that's another big pro. The seats are in really great condition. There's no rips, there's no tears. Everything is really nice. The fact that I put a radio in here gives it some nice look. It doesn't stick out that much. That's definitely a great upgrade. Speakers coming soon, so definitely subscribe. We're gonna build a nice little box and put 2 6-inch speakers. So that's gonna be number 1 for me. It's definitely gonna have to be looks. Number 2 for me is definitely gonna have to be how versatile the mini truck actually is. And what I mean by versatile is that you see the mini truck and it is extremely small, don't get me wrong, but the bed itself is large. Like I can easily lay down on the back of the bed with no issues, or even carry about 10 boxes. Since I use it for my brand, a lot of times I need to carry like boxes to ship them to FedEx or UPS, and this truck has been coming in clutch. And don't get me wrong, storage isn't the best. Like if I have my laptop and I'm riding with a passenger, it doesn't fit in the glove box. I don't like putting it behind me, so I have to put it between their legs. So storage for like personal items like that isn't the best, but at the end of the day, it is still a pickup truck. Like if I wanted to go on a big camping trip, or if I want to help my friend move, you'll be surprised how helpful this K-Truck can really be. So that's number 2. Number 3, one of the most important things is I love the driving experience. I love the fact that it's right-hand drive. I love the fact that although the truck, yes, is very underpowered, the power to weight distribution gives you a sporty feel in this cab. Because it's so small, you can put it in push button all-wheel drive, you can actually get a nice torquey feeling out of the truck. It's just an overall fun ride, especially when you change the wheels. So I wrapped these in 175/70 13s, and this has improved the ride quality tremendously. It feels like it's faster, it's smoother, it's just a much better ride. So if you have stock wheels on your truck and you're using it for like highway use and daily use, definitely get bigger rims. Trust me, it makes a big difference. Another thing I love about the drive is the fact that I sound deaden the whole interior. So the fact that all of this is done, under my seat is done so it doesn't get as hot, and all down here is done, the highway isn't that bad. When I'm locally cruising, it sounds like the engine's all the way in the back. It sounds like a sandbar, honestly. Sound deadening has made a big difference, so I love that part about it, and that's pretty much it for driving. So 4 and 5 are kind of similar, but they're not. For me, 4 is gonna have to be the respect factor. So you know on the car world, there's like beefs between like Dodge and Ford. Everybody makes fun of people who have Hondas, STIs and Evos, stuff like that. With this truck, for the people who actually into cars, it doesn't matter if they're driving a Hellcat, they're driving an M4, it's thumbs up across the world. And people like that always ask like, yo, where'd you get one? I always want to get one. I want to get an Acti, I want to get a Carry, stuff like that. So I love the fact that people who are actually into cars, they see this and it's like a, yo, you get cool points. Like you get the acknowledgement, and you know, acknowledgement's always cool. So that's gonna be after number 4 for me. For number 5, I always see this R32 parked outside, so let's see if it's still there. If it's there, it'll make the video 100 times better. So I'm gonna throw you in the trunk really quick, and I'll see you in a second. All right, so I'm about to bust this right now, and you'll see the car that I'm talking about. So if you're watching this video, you already know what this car is, even from this distance, right? I'm not gonna get too close because I have no idea who the owner is. But number 5 is gonna be the fact that the K-Truck is a subtle flex. And And what I mean by that is that people ask me all the time, like, how much you pay for it? I've got people who told me I paid $2,000 for it, and had someone honestly tell me that I paid $16,000 for it. So it's one of these unique vehicles where it's like you have no idea what it's worth. You just know that, especially here in New York City, like I live in Queens to be specific. Like I don't live in Miami or like Washington, where there's not a big import scene here. Like this is maybe the second R32 or Skyline period that I've ever seen, honestly, in New York. And I'm sure they're out there, I just haven't seen them. Like I've honestly never seen a K-Truck, but I'm in a Facebook group that there's like hundreds of members that have K-Trucks in New York. So there's that. To get into this really quickly is that if you've never seen Fast and the Furious, you're not really into cars, that's not really your thing, you see this car and it might just be a Nissan Coupe to you. Like you don't know anything about it. Like you don't know that it's a Skyline, you don't know that it's worth like 30 G's, you just know that it's a Nissan Coupe. Yeah, it looks hard, like it looks absolutely fire. So my point is, although this isn't a Lamborghini or Ferrari or even a GTR, it's unique enough where it'll draw just as much attention. Like if I was at a car show, obviously people would be surrounded around that, but like just in these regular streets, for example, like I'm Dominican and my uncles have told me like in DR, like they have Platanos in the back of here, Jamaican people stop me, Guyanese people stop me, all Caribbean people stop me and be like, yo, I got this back home, how the hell did you get it here, I want to get one. And like that's just like a different type of flex than this GTR. And don't get me wrong, I would buy 5 K-Trucks and trade it for this GTR. It's not even a question. Like I'm not trying to say that the K-Truck is better than the GTR. I'm just trying to say it's a subtle flex. So like it's one of those things where like you could only spend like 5 G's and get like just as much head stairs and just as much nods as this GTR. But with that being said, let's take one more look at this fire ass GTR right here. Oh my god, this thing is absolutely sick. And let's get back in the truck and that's gonna be the end of this video.
Yeah, it do. Especially on the highway, it did.